Hey, are you challenged with finding that ever elusive state of complete focus? Well, the struggle is real, my friends, and I've dealt with it too. Today, we will discuss why it is important for you as a leader and for those you lead to find that laser focus so that you and your team can unleash their full potential. Hello, Greg here, and thank you for joining the Corporate Zombies channel. If it's your first time here, I hope you can find something that's of value to you. You might stick around and subscribe. If you haven't already, smash that like button and stick around to the end of the video and share some comments after you've watched. In this three-part series, we're going to discover together the benefits of focus and the strategies that I've found successful and that perhaps you can too to get focused and lead your team to the promised land. In this video, part 2 of the series, we're going to discuss prioritization and removing distractions. In the last video, we discovered together focusing on knowing your process as well as managing your work in progress. And in part 3 of the 3-part video series, we will talk about time management and why it is so important to take a break. These are just some of the techniques that I've used to find that ever elusive focus, and I'd like for you to share in the comment section below techniques that you've used and how you found them to be successful. Thanks again for joining, and I just want to say before we get into this that I really appreciate you joining me here. I really like your feedback, and I can't wait to be able to talk about the questions you have and to help you to find success in your advancement towards becoming the leader that you always wanted to be. Lastly, I'll continue to make adjustments based on your input to improve not only the topics covered, but the way that they're delivered. So thank you again for your input. Now let's get into it. So first, a quick reminder on some of the benefits that you can have from getting that laser focus that I previously covered. And that includes getting stuff done, that sense of accomplishment by putting that focus in and moving that work from start to finish. There's also all of the positive feelings that come with that accomplishment. Additionally, you also have the removal of distractions and the ability to focus on the task at hand, elimination of multitasking and the cost of context switching, the ability to make better decisions and to work through problems, and the improve of the quality of your work. And lastly, as I covered last week, you also have the benefit of less stress. The less stress, the better. I'm interested to hear if you see any other benefits from that type of focus. So please share down in the comments. All right, let's get into it. So, prioritization. That is our first topic today. And let's get into why it is so important. Prioritization is going to help you to focus on those things that are the most valuable and remove those things that aren't. And if you can't do it, you got to start with just some simple things. What are some of those things, again, from knowing your process, that aren't valuable to your end goal? Being able to focus on those things and remove them so that you can move forward and make progress and move work to getting done. It's extremely important, and it's not always easy. And sometimes you're going to have to learn by repetition, continually going back and checking to see was the value you thought that you were going to get from a piece of work, the value that you actually delivered. As a leader, it's extremely important to be able to see that within your team. And as a writer, you are your leader. And you need to be able to do that for yourself. And honestly, any leader needs to be able to lead themselves first. And the key to that is being able to prioritize the things that matter. The things that matter for you, the things that matter for your team, the things that matter for your organization and your company. You have that responsibility, and you have it in your hands through the thoughts and actions that you take on a daily basis to be able to deliver to that. And prioritizing those things from top down, knocking them out, knocking them out, knocking them out, getting stuff done. Again, the benefits are in multitudes. If you just give yourself the breathing room to be able to do those things and not all of the other busy work. Busy is not valuable. Take the time to consider the work, do what's important, and let go of being busy. If you can do that, you are on your way to being able to prioritize your work and get focused. Next up, removing distractions. It is one of the most important things there is in today's world. So many things to distract you. They may only take a minute here, a minute there. Before you know it, you've burned up a half an hour looking at Facebook or Instagram or watching the TV or doing the things that aren't getting stuff done. And that is why removing distractions has huge benefits. Again, it keeps you on target, delivering to the deadlines that you're setting for yourself or you're setting for your team. It is also giving you a peace of mind that you are investing your time into those things that matter. And if you're going to focus on being busy, you are easily distracted by all of that busy work. So rethink how you look at the things that come into your life on a daily basis. Are they the most important thing? Again, prioritization, and the things that aren't a priority. Figure out what you can do to minimize them or reduce them. So figure out how you can either reduce them or eliminate them completely. It's not always important to jump onto the next fire. Sometimes having a pragmatic, disciplined, and patient approach can be the be-all, end-all to being able to deliver to those goals that you've set for yourself or you set for your team. Do you see yourself as a leader? And what do you see in those that you see as leaders? Do you see them continually distracted by that next shiny object, by the things that are down the road, but after the completion of the tasks at hand? And planning is important, don't get me wrong, but being distracted by all of the things that haven't happened yet does not help you to get done the things that are on the list for today. Tomorrow is another day, and you don't always have a clear prediction of what that will actually be. Today, you know, I've got these priorities. Those are the things that you should be focusing on, and anything else is a distraction that you remove. When you finish the work that you had planned for yourself today, then you can open yourself up to looking and planning at the next thing. Listen to the feedback that's coming in from the work that you're completing or that your team's completing. Collaborate with others. Get that perspective to help you refine your prioritization. And again, remove all of the things that distract you away from getting to the things that matter. That may mean you're going to have to turn off the Wi-Fi. You're going to need to walk away from the television. You may need to put yourself in a quiet space where you can focus for an hour or 2 or 5, depending on what you got going on. These are the things that you, as a leader who has shown that they can be disciplined, are going to need to do to be able to make that happen. And keep in mind that as a leader, that impression is shown to others. As I asked you, what do you see in the leaders that you follow? Do you see them continually distracted? Does it frustrate you when it happens? Do you find that leaders who are continually distracted and moved off task come back and forget what it is that we were trying to accomplish? Well, that's because distractions can kill. The things that you don't plan for and the things that you allow to come in and remove that focus, they can break you. It's important. You got to be able to do everything you can to change that. And don't forget about the cost of context switching. Every time that you move from one task that you were working on and getting through off to something else, when you come back, there's a cost involved. Remember the A, B, C's, the 1, 2, 3s, and the A1, A2. Look back at my other video if you're not sure what I'm talking about. But there is a cost for every time that you do that. Multitasking is a fallacy. Remove the things that aren't helping you get work done. Thank you, and I'm glad you stopped by for video 2 of a 3-part series. Come back next week for the last 3rd part of this series on focus. And remember, if you like today's content, please smash that like button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, because I hear everybody talking about the YouTube algorithm. It helps, I swear. Smash that like button and please subscribe. If you get the opportunity to share this experience with others, please put it out there. Share it through conversation, share it through social media, share it with others on YouTube. Whatever helps get it out there. Hopefully there's value for others, and sharing is caring. Also, lastly, a reminder, because again, it's one of the most important things to me, and that is please share your input, share your experiences, share your perspective on the struggles and how you've overcome those challenges. It's not just a value to future content, but to the other people that are engaged in this YouTube channel and leadership topic in general. So thank you very much. I appreciate you, and have a great day.